Welcome to the Envision Seminole 2045 Visioning Tour. The Visioning Tour is the second step in our process of developing a vision for the next 20 years of growth, change, and conservation in Seminole County. This video will focus on reflecting the results of the listening tour, which took place in April of 2022. During the listening tour, we addressed why we are engaged in this effort, provided a high-level overview of the county's geography, and conducted 2 surveys to garner guidance from the community for the next steps in the development of the vision. To view the full presentations from the listening tour, please visit our Envision Seminole 2045 playlist on YouTube. There are 2 primary reasons that Seminole County is developing a vision now. The first is that the Board of County Commissioners has identified growth management as its top strategic priority and emphasized the importance of involving the community in shaping the plan for future growth. The second reason is that Seminole County's Evaluation and Appraisal Report, which assesses the comprehensive plan and needed updates, is due to the state in December of this year. During the listening tour, we provided a high-level overview of the geography of the county. For a detailed discussion, check out the video titled A Bird's Eye View of Seminole County Geography on our YouTube page. Our first survey asked respondents to tell us how much emphasis they believed the vision should place on each of 6 potential priorities. We will share the priorities from highest rated to lowest rated. All proposed priorities were rated as most important or somewhat important by more than half of participants. The results reflect people who attended the meetings and those who responded to the survey online. The highest rated priority was preserving more environmental lands. 96% of participants rated this as important, with 80% rating it most important. The second highest priority was creating places where walking to everyday activities is safe and pleasant. Half of participants rated this most important, and 83% rated it important. The next priority for participants was integrating native plants and landscapes into urban areas, with 83% rating this important and 49% rating it most important. The fourth priority was increasing transportation options. 71% of participants rated this as most important or somewhat important. 58% of participants rated creating more jobs as an important priority for the vision. Finally, 53% of participants rated increasing attainable housing as somewhat important or most important. Next, we will discuss the results of the SWOT survey. SWOT stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. Overall, participants believe Seminole County is a great place to live, and they want to see that continue into the future. Based on the comments in the SWOT survey, we identified 7 main themes. We will review the results by going through a brief summary of the comments related to each of these themes. To read the summaries on screen in more detail, hit pause on this video at any time. The first theme is natural environment. Seminole County's motto is Florida's natural choice. Participants believe the county has done much to live up to that motto, including purchasing lands for environmental conservation and enforcing a rural boundary. The most frequently mentioned weaknesses in this category relate to concerns about losing some of these environmental landscapes viewed as strengths by the community, primarily through conversion of land for new construction. Another concern was impacts on water quality from septic tanks, development, and use of fertilizer in the management of urban landscapes. Participants also identified opportunities related to the natural environment, such as maintaining the rural boundary and increasing conservation efforts. Ideas also included technological solutions for sustainability and providing opportunities for children to engage with nature. The next topic we will discuss is growth and development. Participants identified the rural boundary, which limits development in the rural area, as a strength. They also discussed efforts to update the land development code that are already underway. Participants had concerns about the pace of development and the impacts results from new buildings and residents. There was a diversity of opinion on which type of development is most concerning, with some participants identifying high-density apartments as a concern, while others expressed concerns about low-density residential subdivisions. Maintaining the rural boundary is a top priority in this category. Participants emphasized the need for mixed-use infill and redevelopment, ranging from places with a small-town Main Street character to 6-story buildings with apartments over retail. They also identified opportunities to use more green building practices to minimize negative environmental impacts of development. Our next category is transportation. Positive comments included maintenance and the construction of new sidewalks. Participants are concerned about inadequate public transportation as well as safety for people traveling in the county, whether they are walking or driving. They also identified lack of connectivity in roadways and bike trails. Lack of connectivity in roadways makes it difficult to find an alternate route if a road is blocked or congested. The opportunity is an integrated transportation system with improved roads, more public transit, more bikeways, and more walkable places. The next category is housing. For strength in housing, people told us that the county prioritizes residential areas and that they know their neighbors. Participants also expressed concerns about the affordability of housing, particularly for people like teachers and firefighters who may have to live outside the county and drive in because they can't find an affordable place to live. This also puts extra traffic on the county's roads. Several of the opportunities mentioned for housing related to those identified for growth and development. These include redeveloping underutilized commercial properties and vacant buildings to create affordable housing. Another idea was encouraging tiny homes on smaller lots that offer a more affordable alternative for home ownership. Participants identified strengths and opportunities related to parks and recreation. We heard that the county has lots of great parks, trails, and sports facilities, and that there is demand for more. Specific requests included more water access and unpaved trails for sport bicycling. Opportunities related to business and economics are the second to last category. These included a need for more vocational training and a focus on supporting small local businesses through innovative approaches to economic development. There was also an interest in identifying new crops to keep land in agricultural use. The final major category identified based on the comments received is governance. We heard a diversity of opinion on governance. Some participants believe that the county is very responsive to the public. Others see a need for more public input. Some see a need for more enforcement, and others are concerned that government is already doing too much. The county's history of collaborating with other local jurisdictions received praise and encouragement to continue and increase these efforts. Thank you for watching. Please visit our website to learn more and share your ideas for the vision.